These cheeseheads are something else. Let's quiet them down.
Objects in motion, stay in motion.
Greetings, everyone. Welcome to 2K. A moment now to see how the schedule is looking for the Bucks. On Sunday, they'll face off against Ben Simmons and the Brooklyn Nets. And then on Monday, they'll go up against Kristaps Porzingis and the Boston Celtics.
And Kevin, I think you have to look at this as an opportunity to take
performance against Philadelphia. How important, Greg, is it to a team's confidence to start the season strong?
Kevin, I think it means more if you're a young team. If your roster is filled with veterans, you're looking at the bigger picture.
Hearing scouts talk about MP before the draft, the one concern they had was his hesitation to take over games himself.
And I think that's just how MP is wired, right? He's always been a team-first player, even if that means sacrificing his own shot a bit too often.
The Bucks shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And last season, 77% from the line. They could usually get the job done there.
Well, Greg, it took 40 years, but the Bucks finally won their second NBA title back in 2021.
Yeah, Kareem leading that 71 squad. Giannis was the man in 2021, averaging 35 and 13 during the finals, closing out the Suns with that 50-piece in Game 6.
It's all in by the Bulls. Here's Mr. Perfect. Bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Pretty clear. It's smash mouth basketball. Pound that thing inside.
Lopez inside. Vucevic on him. Lopez, no luck. Bulls trail by 3. We'll go to David Aldridge, who spoke with head coach Doc Rivers. What's the news, David?
I asked him what plan he had, if any, for Zach LaVine. He said, my focus is making sure he doesn't get any easy shots. We have to contest every attempt. It's about mitigating the damage, not preventing it. So it looks like he'll settle for just making LaVine work as hard as possible. Guys?
Thanks, David. There's a minute 34 left in the first quarter. Sinks the triple.
Punch, counter punch. Impressive offensive production early on.
Hey, guys, this is going to be fun now. I mean, we've got ourselves a shootout on tap here.
Back to Green. Beyond the arc. Hands it from downtown.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Here's Mr. Perfect. A three-pointer off the mark. And so Giannis will bring it up for the Bucks. Leading by 5. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
And you know, Giannis gets to the basket in a nanosecond. He feels like nobody can stop him.
Here's Mr. Perfect. Milwaukee with the rebound. They're coming off that win against Philadelphia.
And sometimes it's a lot harder to get easy looks on the road, but they found ways to get their guys good looks.
And it was funny, the road arena didn't bother them at all. I mean, they locked in, focused, and executed, and got it done.
Lillard misses.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Well, I don't think there's any question about it. They came focused and ready to play. I mean, they're doing everything they can to put things in their favor. You earn that, and they're actually earning it well right now.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Excellent defense there from Smith. And they're scoring pretty well as we conclude the first quarter. Milwaukee on top, leading by... And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Bucks.
They've looked to fire as much as possible from outside the arc, and so far they are hitting at a high clip.
In addition to that, they've thrown their weight around inside tonight, too, thumping and bumping in the paint. A lot of their points have come from inside.
So on the floor for Chicago to start the second quarter. Mr. Perfect out there with Dosunmu. Then it's Williams. Then it's Jalen Smith. And it's Horton Tucker in at the 3, the small forward. And we know injuries derailed last season for the Bulls, Greg, but with an aging core, you wonder where they go from here.
I mean, the Bulls are kind of stuck in the middle of things as it now stands. Not quite good enough to make a run in the East, but not in a position where they need to start over.
Trent's checked in for Milwaukee. Middleton the pass to Prince, and the wide open shot from Green. Those 3-pointers off the mark.
We know how good a shooter he is. It's frustrating for him when he's not able to knock down that kind of wide open look.
Yep, it goes in, and the Milwaukee lead is cut down to 4 on the bucket from Mr. Perfect. Milwaukee has gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. And Middleton kicks to Prince. The Bucks working the ball around. Here's Trent. Prince outside, just 5 on the clock. Middleton against Williams. Middleton can't get it to go. Bulls trail by 4. Puts up a 3. The shot misses. For Milwaukee, they've gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Poke loose. Outside, Green. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Pass to Mr. Perfect. And he converts the layup. Mr. Perfect's got 5 points in the quarter.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Green dishes to Prince. Trent with it. Middleton with it. Over Williams. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
Shot left block, and the Bulls tack on 2 more.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Milwaukee has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Portis sets the pick for Green. Middleton outside. They can use a bucket. Knocks down the 3-ball. Middleton's got 12 points in the game.
Well, I like seeing Middleton stroke it from downtown. That release of his, pure as white-driven snow.
Another shot. Good on that shot. With that, the Bucks' lead is cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Mr. Perfect.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
And Doc Rivers has called a timeout. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. A different look for Milwaukee. Giannis Antetokounmpo's checked in for Prince. Jackson comes in for Gary Trent. And Lillard subbed in for Green. Then for the Bulls, Vucevic checked in for Jalen Smith. Torrey Craig comes in for Williams. And Levine subbed in for Talen Horton-Tucker. Here's Mr. Perfect. Sinks the 3-pointer. Mr. Perfect's got 23.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Jackson finds Antetokounmpo, and the shot goes in. Giannis has got it all tied up now for Milwaukee.
The size and length and touch make Giannis one of the best finishers in the paint.
Morningstar, and the shot goes in. He's got 25.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
The latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, thanks. It's important to remember Damian Lillard was a 2-star prospect coming out of high school in Oakland. He says that the doubt I faced, what I found is I have true belief in myself. I poured a lot in and just continued to work. That's why when I struggle, I never waver because I know that I'm true to it. eventually I'm going to have my time. Kevin?
I think they call that Dame time. Hey, David, thank you. Lillard misses.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Here's Mr. Perfect, covered by Lillard. Mr. Perfect, the pass to Levine. Shot clock at 5. To the middle. Here's Mr. Perfect. Plays it up and banks it in. And it's a 6-point Bulls lead.
And he continues to put in work in the paint.
And Greg, 2 seasons ago, the Bucks ranked first in defensive rating. Last season, they dropped down to number 19.
Yeah, shifting defensive schemes, coaching changes, also swapping Drew Holiday for Damian Lillard. But they can and should be better than 19.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
And, you know, they need to stay aggressive here. Build the lead up while they've got the chance. Don't waste this opportunity.
And it's Lillard again missing.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute then, because his shot making is not happening right now.
The Bucks making a switch here. Prince is checked. And so it's the Chicago Bulls with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They've dictated the pace, pushed the ball at every chance, and it's paying off for them. And we've got more M2K Sports coming your way after this break.
Welcome to halftime, and after 2...
I gotta see more fight on the glass. They're in a slugfest. Winning the battle of the boards can swing this game.
But do they have the personnel to do?
Taking a peek now at the upcoming schedule.
Well, right now for the Bulls.
And that is it for halftime, folks. It is back to Kevin Harlan and the crew for the...
And we've got second half. Checked in for Milwaukee. Chicago also making some changes. Horton Tucker's checked in for Zach LaVine, and it's Mr. Perfect in for Ball. Middleton and Giannis, the tested forward pair. Green is out there with Damian Lillard, and it's Lopez in at the center. That's the 5 on the floor for the Bucks. Here's Giannis. There's Giannis with the slam.
Giannis is a monster around the rim. Too easy there.
Here's Mr. Perfect, covered by Lillard. Mr. Perfect can't hit. Bucks trail by 10. Giannis drives in, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Antetokounmpo's got 5 points now in the quarter. Here's Mr. Perfect. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. And the Bulls lead by 10.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
Antetokounmpo kicks to Lillard. And now we're being joined by our 2K insider, Shams Charania, who's calling in with a good story. Shams, what do you have?
Well, guys, teams are all grappling with this new CBA, especially the dreaded second apron. Fans possibly unclear on what it means. Honestly, even front offices are still navigating the complexities of the new restrictions. But basically, it has become harder for teams to spend big and acquire new players under the current systems. We'll see, guys, how this impacts everyone moving forward.
Something to keep an eye on, no doubt. All right, Shams, thanks a lot. Here's Mr. Perfect. It's good. Mr. Perfect's got the lead up to 14 now for Chicago.
And really the story of this second half, one team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
And that's why you have such a huge gap in the shooting numbers between the teams.
Antetokounmpo finds Lillard. Looking to end his cold spell. He lays it in. Lillard's got 13 points.
Defense pulls out every stop imaginable, but with Lillard, he just simply beats him.
Here's Mr. Perfect. Milwaukee with the rebound. Lillard's got 6 rebounds here tonight. 23 seconds left to play in the third. Lopez kicks to Giannis. And the dunk by Giannis.
Boy, he is so dangerous from this area, guys. Even when Giannis is defended tightly, powers through it.
Pass to Horton Tucker. And Mr. Perfect gets it to go. 39 points for Mr. Perfect.
And he can take over in a nanosecond. I mean, once he catches fire, it's difficult to squelch it.
And so it's Chicago, up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. And now we take a look back to Doc Rivers.
Hey, guys, I told you, 1 bucket at a time, all right? 1 bucket at a time, and extra passes. Extra passes. Let's go.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. So for Chicago right now, they've got Jalen Smith. Buzelis out there with Taylor Horton Tucker. Then it's Mr. Perfect. And it's Dosunmu in at the 2. Here's Mr. Perfect. 2 points. That one goes. Mr. Perfect's got 41.
Well, he's been doing it all night. Why not go back to him?
And no let up in him either, guys. I mean, he wants to continue to expand that lead, and as long as he's the one taking the shots, that lead's going to expand. He's starting to feel it. He's in a groove here in the second half.
Here's Mr. Perfect, covered by Lillard. And when you talk to people about the Bulls, GA, Michael Jordan's shadow still looms large over this team and organization.
And Kevin, they haven't won a championship before or since he was in Chicago. They've had plenty of good players, Derrick Rose and MVP, Jimmy Butler as well. But the results haven't been there.
It's intercepted. Buzelis with the ball. Guarded now by Prince.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What? You mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas. I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
Mr. Perfect, the pass to Smith. Here's Mr. Perfect. Count it. Mr. Perfect's got 43 points.
And I like that they're not settling. Hitting the ball on the interior, 8 of their last 10 coming that way.
Sometimes you just got to man up and take a tough foul in order to stop these free runs to the rim.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. Now here's Lillard. Defense is right there. Outside Jackson. Clock at 6. Shoots over Dosunmu. Jackson misses. The Bulls leading by 17. Mr. Perfect, the pass to Smith. Here's Mr. Perfect, covered by Lillard. Bulls moving the ball around. He's feeling it, and he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
And I say, hey, if it keeps working, go to it. Stay with it. I mean, until the defense responds and provides more resistance, keep making them pay.
Oh, the Bucks. They're down by 17.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
Yeah, you know, just look at the numbers, guys. I mean, they are being taken to the woodshed in the paint.
Mr. Perfect can't hit. And so Giannis will bring it up for Milwaukee.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It could definitely be considered a statement win for Chicago.
and as we watch the game wind down, you have to look back at all the second chance points these guys generated.
Yeah, they clearly won the second chance points category. Possession after possession, we watched them go after the ball and make misses turn into makes.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
We know familiarity breeds contempt. I would expect things to become more heated as these teams face each other going forward.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Mr. Perfect.
Boy, he was absolutely relentless at the offensive end, guys. Smelled blood and went for it.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there. Go get it.
Three-pointer, Lillard. Again, the miss by Lillard. Smooth sailing for Chicago. And they can just let the clock run out here.
Cannot argue with the W.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Mr. Perfect can't hit. Antetokounmpo up top. He's guarded by Williams.
Julio, watch him. Watch outside.
And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a match.
Keep it up, MP. Keep chopping wood.